All right, quick video today. And so, just want to lay out our experience with Amazon post move. And so, give a little background. Our last house actually had this nice island with a bar thing. We just ate there because it's just me and my wife. So, we would just eat there. And we never felt the need to set up a separate kitchen table. We have a kitchen table. Kitchen table basically, not really a dining table, but a kitchen table. And we have one, and it was disassembled, and the movers moved it, but we can't find the bolts for it. And so it's just a lot of stuff right now we're still trying to find. We still got a lot of stuff packed in the garage we have to go through. So Amazon had Prime Day. I ordered a kitchen table. The actual kitchen table is actually for what would be our normal dining room. We're turning into a library and kind of like a whiskey sitting area. It's got a thing. So if you want to drink a little, scotch, like some Ardbeg wee beastie, or you want to read a book, listen to a record, or tug one out, you can do it. Well, you can't really tug one out unless you're me. I mean, nobody else can. But other than those things, you can do that. So we ordered a kitchen table, and it wasn't anything crazy. It was actually just cheap, something to go in there because they didn't want to spend a lot. The truth is, I'd rather spend it on the scotch to go into the cabinet than on the table. So we bought it, and it wasn't like their normal 2-day Prime thing or 1-day Prime. And so when we bought it, it was going to be delivered on Monday. So Monday, get a thing that says it was delivered. And it said, signed by me. Well, I didn't sign for it because I was at my office, 15 miles away. And my wife didn't sign for it because she didn't see it and it wasn't on her porch. So I get home and we look across the street and there's a box. And it's not a huge box, but it's kind of hard to tell how big it was. But it clearly said the name brand of this kitchen and the kitchen table. So I'd already met a few of our neighbors, and everyone was super friendly. Man, I'll tell you, Georgia, people are very, very friendly. So I'd already met a few of them, but I hadn't met the people across the street yet. And so I walked over, because it was clearly our thing. I knocked on the door. Nobody answered. Well, they have a Ring doorbell. And so now I'm in this uncomfortable situation of I'm about to pick something up and take it off their porch. But I held it to the Ring camera, said, this is mine, it's my address, I apologize, but they misdelivered, and just want to let you know, and if you have any questions, just come over and talk to me. But the box was comically too small for a kitchen table. It's like, something's not making sense. And so I take it back to our house, open it up, and it's just the pedestal for the table. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I call customer service with Amazon, get a gentleman, and he's trying to help. And look, I mean, it's not a knock, but there is something lost when you're calling and you're reaching people from overseas. There's just something lost in that translation. And so it comes out, we'll send you a new one, and we'll come pick up that pedestal tomorrow. And I was like, all right, I guess. So I put it, they pick it up, and today the new unit arrives. And I'm here, like with the Amazon truck, when it comes. 2 women, because I helped the one pull it off the truck. And this time it was the tabletop, but not the pedestal. And it clearly says box 1 or 2. And I said, there should be another box. Well, we don't have it. And I'm like, well, there should be another. Well, it'll probably be delivered the next day. And I'm like, it's not going to be delivered the next day. It doesn't say, hey, we're delivering 1 box. I mean, this is it. So now I have a tabletop and I have no pedestal. If they had just let me keep the pedestal, I'd have a complete table by now. But now I've got one and not the other. And so I tried chat instead of calling in. Maybe it'll be better. And their answer is, we'll come pick that up and we'll send you another unit. And I'm like, okay, well, 3 times it's going to work now. The 3rd time, are you sure about that? Because I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get one of these boxes because for some reason, with your logistics, you can't handle 2 boxes in one order. And so I finally just say, don't do anything yet. And I ended the chat, and I found an email to, well, it says it's going to Jeff Bezos, but, it's really going to the executive care team. And I sent an email. I just said, look, this is a terrible customer experience. And I'm a realist. I work in something that involves logistics, a ton of people, a ton of moving parts. They have millions of stuff being delivered every day. I get things are going to happen. But since we've moved in, I've had this where the driver, which I know it's contracted out, and there's a lot of people driving, but he clearly lied, said it was signed for. Well, nobody signed for the damn thing because it was still sitting on my neighbor's porch. And it clearly wasn't signed by me. Okay. It wasn't the full delivery. Okay. Picked it up, and then you send it partially again, which I had so little faith. That's why I was waiting on the people just to see. And then getting the runaround of, now for a third time. Because what, am I going to wait another 5 or 6 days? I don't have a kitchen table right now to eat at. We have an island, but it's not an island you can sit at. And so to eat, you either got to stand up or you got to sit in a chair at the island, either off to the side where you can't really get a good thing, or with my legs spread and my nuts ripping apart. So it's like no good setup right now. So I send this email and I just say, this is a terrible customer experience. I understand. Not only this, but also on Prime Day, I ordered a new shower head because, the house just comes with the other one, and I got to have the kind with the wand. Because, look, how is you going to wash your taint and balls with a regular shower head, man? You gotta have a wand to get up, on the thing and stuff. So they sent it, and it was clearly like a returned item. You could see the box was like all messed up. It was taped back together. You open it up, there's plumber's tape on the parts. And so I told them it was used, and I ordered a new one. Fine, return it. They send me another one. The other one's the same thing. Another used one. Plumber's tape on it again. I'm like, finally returned that one and just asked and ordered a different brand. And again, all these things on their own, it's fine. I'm not losing sleep over a shower head. I wasn't going to try to email some executive care team over a shower head. But now with this kitchen table thing, and the thing that annoys me is you're not fixing the root issue, and I'm just going to get another 1 of 2 package. Who knows if it's a tabletop or pedestal, but at this point, I'm like, just send me the pedestal. I don't care. I've got the tabletop. Send me the pedestal, and we'll be done with it, and we can walk away from this. But they're probably not going to do that. And so, extremely frustrated with the experience. And I said, I know they deal with a lot of things. There's a lot of moving pieces. Just either fix the issue or say you're not going to fix the issue, and I'll just return it. Because at this point, I see there's a comparable table on Walmart for even cheaper. Because it's just a cheap table. It's not a huge thing. It shouldn't be this convoluted process. And I'll just order the table from Walmart. But then I got to wait another 7 days. So the point is, it's another 7 days of either standing up and eating or the nut busting eating. So do you stand or do you nut bust? Because it's only 1 or 2 options. And so it's either nut busting or standing. And I got to make that choice for another 7 days. And I'm not a happy camper about that. Especially not a happy camper because I spilled some sauce on my Superman shirt. And that bothers me. I have 2 of these Superman shirts. One, the one cats have ruined, and this one, which is the nicer one. And I spilled sauce on the nicer one. I'm completely beside myself about that. You know how annoying that is? So Amazon, you're not doing a good job. And so, and trust me, I get it. Everyone thinks you're just numbers, no big deal. I can tell you when you get to executives, no executives want to hear things like this. People think, trust me, I know I've been at and I'm at that level. Different companies, not with Amazon, but you never want to hear stories like this where problems are going and it's not getting fixed. And so I use that very lightly because I hate when people try to jump the gun and do that. And people say, well, this isn't a big deal and stuff. But it is because there's clearly some issues here. Something with supply chain having a problem and people aren't caring. And unfortunately, the people that are having the problem and the people I'm talking to with customer service are on different parts of the world, and they're not going to come together to fix the issue. And that's what I want, is the issue to fix. I don't care about the table because, well, I care about the table, but at the end of the day, I can get a table from Walmart, and that's fine. I care because it's going to be an ongoing issue. Obviously, I'm going to still order from Amazon. It's just a part of life nowadays. Maybe some people can avoid it, but and hell, here, like, unlike where I lived before, here you can get stuff ordered same day. So, like, I needed a power strip, came here same day. Saved me from having to drive into Best Buy when I've got other stuff, going on and things. So Amazon is a fact of life. They need to fix some of the local logistic issues. Like, somebody at some point need to use the brain and say, hey, this is supposed to be a new item, and it's not new. Or, hey, this is a table. The box shouldn't be just this. At some point, you got to have something to, sit on or something. I mean, it's just crap. So that's my rant for today. It's Friday. I don't normally put out a video on Friday, especially like this, but I had to put out something because I'm just extremely frustrated. In fact, when the tabletop came and I took it from the lady, I sat there in my garage and just stared at it, and I just couldn't. I was so mad. I wanted to pick it up and throw it at their truck, to be honest with you. Now, was it their fault? Probably not. I don't know. I don't know whose fault it was, but I know that wasn't the right course of action, so I just had to sit there and just kind of breathe deeply to keep from doing that, because I wanted to take that tabletop and I just wanted to chuck that so hard I caved in the side of their truck. Thankfully, I'm a very calm person. I didn't do that. But this is one of those few times where I was very, very upset to the point that I needed to take a moment to calm myself down. And I don't like to be like that. And so I still hope that they fix the issue. So even if it still means at the end of the day I got to get a Walmart table, I don't care. I just want to fix their issue. And got a big weekend ahead of us. So we still have to assemble our gym and put that stuff together. We've been here now. This is going on to going into the second weekend. So we're going to do some work down there. I've got some gym rolled rubber matting for the main part of the gym, rather than what we were using before, which we're still got horse stall mats. We're going to put those back where the dumbbell section is going to be. We're going to do the rolled rubber. That's not going to come for another week or so, but we're going to put the horse stall mats down with the dumbbell area and have that stuff put together. We can start getting some training sessions in at least. So we got a pretty big weekend. My next video is going to be coming out soon, and it was by request. Russian tactical nuclear strikes against Scandinavian countries, which is a very real possibility if something were to escalate into a nuclear threshold of that taking place. So I'm going to use a combination of command modern operations and nuclear war simulator to do that. So that'll probably be my next video. It's going to jump ahead of the queue a little bit, but it's an interesting concept, so I wanted to go ahead and throw something together, and then it'll play a part in the bigger scenario down the road. So anyways, thanks everybody. Have a great weekend. Drink a scotch. Have a nice succulent Chinese meal. And remember, this is Democracy Manifest.